Today we're going to talk about the movie Addicted. Zoe Reynard meets with Dr. Marcella Spencer, a therapist who specializes in sexual addiction. Zoe shares what's been happening over the past 6 months, even though she has a loving husband named Jason and a satisfying sex life. Zoe still feels unhappy to deal with this. She starts watching pornography and using a vibrator in the living room. Zoe owns an art gallery called Zoe and Company. Her friend Brina sends her a brochure about Quentin Co. artwork. Intrigued, Zoe goes to an exhibition where Quent's art is featured. Quentin is also drawn to Zoe's beauty and flirts with her. They exchange contact information and plan to meet again. Zoe kept having affairs with other people, even pretending to her mother that she was going to the store when she was really going to clubs. "Oh, hi, Mama. I'm going to the store. Do you need anything? You are definitely going to be the best dressed lady in the produce department." Well, I dressed EX for Jason one night after having sex with Jason in the shower. Zoe dreamed about being close with Quentin. She went to Quentin's studio to talk about him joining her company, and he agreed without any hesitation. When Zoe was about to leave, Quentin tried to make her want him. At first, Zoe said no because she was married. "I'm flattered, but I really am. But I can't. I'm married." But eventually, she gave in to Quentin's charm. Zoe's actions and feeling guilty started to affect her job and family. She missed her son's soccer games and wasn't paying attention when Brina told her about a possible client named Balazar Crane wanting to stop the affair. Zoe went back to Quent's place there. She met a woman named Diamond who knew about Zoe and offered to answer questions about Quentin. Zoe found Quentin and told him she couldn't keep seeing him because she loved Jason. "I can't. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to. Some part of me, I'd be lying if I said that, but my family, my kids, my husband, look, that I never want to force her into something you don't want to do." Quentin then shows Zoe some of his street art. He explains that he started painting to deal with his father's death and his mother leaving him. He tells Zoe he feels lonely, which makes Zoe feel bad despite feeling guilty. They kiss and have sex again because of this. Zoe misses a meeting with Balthazar Crane. She meets him later and lies about taking care of her sick daughter. Balthazar agrees to meet another time. "I'm on a reedy to Paris, and you should call my office to reschedule. Thank you for understanding." Despite feeling guilty, Zoe keeps seeing Quentin. She even lets him paint her naked before they have sex again. Now Dr. Spencer says Zoe has a serious sex addiction, like being addicted to drugs. He thinks Zoe should suggest going to therapy with Jason. Zoe, this is an obvious sign of addiction here. Addiction? Come on, that's crazy. No sexual addiction. It's not as common as alcoholism or drugs, but it is. Zoe listens to him and asks Jason to go to therapy to help their sex life. But Jason says no because he doesn't want to pay for private talks after another round of sex. Quentin implores Zoe to leave her husband and be with him. Leave him. Leave your husband to me with me. But she declines because she still loves Jason. However, this doesn't prevent her from going to a club and catching the attention of another man named Corey. They engage in sexual activity in the bathroom, and Zoe admits to enjoying it when discussing it with Dr. Spencer. This additional affair with Corey continues whenever Zoe cannot be with Quentin. Consequently, Zoe's relationship with her son suffers as she misses his final soccer game of the season, causing him to lose trust in her at work. Zoe's performance has declined significantly, leading her employees and Brina to notice and express their dissatisfaction. Brina confronts Zoe, criticizing her for letting a few clients slip away without seeming to care about the consequences. Zoe catches Quentin and Diamond engaging in sexual activity, which angers her. "Don't touch me, pig." She storms out, leaving Quentin confused later. Jason confronts Zoe about her late nights and absence from the family. Zoe tries to blame Jason for staying late at work, but he defends himself by revealing her whereabouts. "What is this, condoms? We never use condoms. You went through my bag, says. When do you care if I see what's in your bag?" Zoe goes back to Quent's place, but their intimate moment is interrupted by a knock on the door. Zoe hides as Jason arrives to meet with Quentin for business, unaware that they have already been involved in business together. While looking at Quent's artwork, Jason accidentally discovers a covered painting depicting Zoe and Quentin in a sexual position before he can see it. Jason is called away by his partner Zoe, questions Quentin about whether he intended to prevent Jason from seeing the painting, feeling excluded from her family's activities. Zoe is left behind when Jason takes the kids to the movies, and the kids themselves don't want Zoe to join them. Additionally, Quentin sends over a sculpture after Jason mentions Zoe's appreciation for his work. "He told me a wife loves art, and I hope she enjoys this as well." Amazing, following Dr. Spencer's advice. Zoe arranges a meeting with both Quentin and Corey to put an end to the affairs. Corey becomes annoyed and tries to push Zoe, but Quentin steps in. Corey decides to leave, but Quentin grabs grabs a sculpture and hits Corey over the head with it. Quentin then approaches Zoe aggressively, but she breaks a glass on the floor, causing him to step on it and cut his feet. Zoe hides behind Quent's paintings as he grabs a sharp object and starts chasing her, however. Before Quentin can harm Zoe, Jason appears and hits Quentin, revealing that he knows about the affair. Jason leaves, and Zoe follows suit while Diamond enters to take care of Quentin. Zoe follows Jason and tries to talk to him, but he tells her that he is leaving her and taking the kids and that she is dead to him. I know I did, but I love you and you love me, and I think we can work it out. Yeah, let all have therapy. It'd all be great. Look, you can't just throw away everything with you. Threw it away devastated. Zoe decides to fulfill this claim by walking into the path of a car. Jason rushes to Zoe's side for the next few months. Zoe stays in the hospital recovering while her family worries about her. Her company closes down officially. Diamond takes care of Quentin at the hospital instead of her. Zoe remembers a time from her childhood when a boy hurt her, leaving a scar on her wrist. Eventually, Zoe gets to go home and her kids are happy to see her. Music. Wow. But Jason is still upset. He can't pretend everything is okay. Zoe joins a support group for people with sex addictions invited by Dr. Spencer. There she talks about a time when she was hurt as a child. Jason hears her from the next room. Zoe cries and admits her problem. She still loves Jason and wants to make their relationship work. I love my husband. I know it's hard for him to believe that, but I do. I miss my friend. He hugs her, they kiss and say their motto, "Our love is forever, always has been, always will be. Our love is forever, always has." Thank you for watching.